Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today we will look at top 10 affordable cars for new drivers. Listen, buying your first car is a big moment. Almost like a rite of passage, but it can be super intimidating too. You want something cool, reliable, and most importantly, something that doesn't break the bank. That's why I'm here to break down the top 10 best cars for first-time drivers, all for under £2,000. We're talking about cars that are not only affordable, but also safe, reliable, and maybe, just maybe, even a little bit fun to drive. Stick around to the end because I'm also going to give you some bonus tips on what to look for when buying a used car. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Alright, kicking off our list at number 10 is a true icon in the UK, the Ford Fiesta. You see these things everywhere, and for good reason. The Fiesta has been a bestseller for, well, seemingly forever, and it's not hard to see why. When it comes to finding a used car under £2,000, reliability is key, and that's where the Fiesta really shines. Parts are relatively inexpensive and readily available, and you can find a mechanic who knows how to work on a Fiesta on pretty much every street corner. Plus, it's just a fun little car to drive. It handles well, it's surprisingly peppy for its size, and you can even find some with sporty trim levels if you're feeling a bit adventurous. Just be sure to have a good look at the service history and get a pre-purchase inspection, especially on older models. But overall, the Ford Fiesta is a fantastic first car for anyone looking for a reliable and affordable option. Coming in at number 9 is another British staple, the Vauxhall Corsa. Now, the Corsa might not have the same sporty reputation as the Fiesta, but it more than makes up for it in practicality. Think of the Corsa as that dependable friend who's always there for you. It's not flashy, it doesn't need to be the center of attention, but it gets the job done without complaint. The Corsa is known for being spacious and comfortable, especially for a small car. You'll have plenty of room for passengers and cargo, which is perfect for those weekend trips or hauling your stuff to uni. Plus, it's surprisingly fuel efficient, which is always a bonus when you're on a budget. Again, just make sure to get a pre-purchase inspection to check for any potential issues. But overall, the Vauxhall Corsa is a solid and practical choice for first-time car buyers. At number 8, we have a car that needs no introduction when it comes to reliability. The Toyota Yaris. Seriously, these things are practically bulletproof. If you're looking for a car that's going to start every morning and never let you down, the Yaris is a fantastic option. Not only is it reliable, but it's also incredibly fuel efficient. You'll be amazed at how far you can stretch a tank of petrol in a Yaris, which is a huge plus when you're trying to keep your running costs low. Now, some people might find the Yaris a bit, shall we say, mature in its styling, but what it lacks in excitement, it more than makes up for in dependability. Plus, the newer models have actually gotten quite stylish. Just be aware that because of their reputation for reliability, Toyota Yarises tend to hold their value well, so you might have to shop around a bit to find one within your budget, but trust me, it's worth the search. Chapter 4. Number 7. Peugeot 206, the stylish steel. Sliding into number 7 is a car for those who want a bit more style without sacrificing affordability. The Peugeot 206. This little hatchback has a certain French flair that you just don't see in a lot of other cars in this price range. It's got sleek lines, a sporty stance, and you can even find some with cool features like a panoramic sunroof. But the 206 isn't just a pretty face, it's actually a really fun car to drive. It's nimble, responsive, and surprisingly quick for its size. Now, I'll be honest, the 206 might not be quite as reliable as some of the other cars on this list, but if you're willing to do a little bit of extra maintenance, it's definitely a worthwhile trade-off for the style and driving experience you get in return. Plus, parts are generally affordable, and there's a decent amount of information available online if you're ever in a pinch. Just make sure to factor in the potential for a few extra trips to the mechanic when you're considering your budget. Chapter 5, number 6. Honda Jazz, the spacious surprise. Coming in at number 6 is a car that's often overlooked but shouldn't be, the Honda Jazz. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Honda Jazz, isn't that a car for, like, grandparents? And yeah, it's true that the Jazz has a reputation for being a bit sensible, but what's wrong with sensible? Sensible is reliable, sensible is practical, and sensible is exactly what you need in a first car. But here's the thing about the Jazz. It's actually a lot more spacious than it looks. Seriously, you can fit an unbelievable amount of stuff in this car. The rear seats fold completely flat, creating a cavernous cargo area that rivals some SUVs. Plus, it's got those cool magic seats in the back that can be folded up to create extra floor space. So whether you're hauling furniture, musical instruments, or just a whole lot of shopping, the Jazz has got you covered. Plus, it's a Honda, so you know it's going to be reliable and fuel efficient. Don't let the sensible reputation fool you. The Honda Jazz is a secretly awesome first car. Chapter 6, Number 5, Fiat Panda, the City Slicker. At number 5, we have a car that's perfect for navigating the urban jungle, the Fiat Panda. This little Italian hatchback is small, nimble, and incredibly easy to park, which makes it ideal for city driving. If you're constantly battling traffic, squeezing into tight parking spaces, and generally just trying to survive the chaos of city life, the Panda is your new best friend. It's got a surprisingly tight turning circle, great visibility, and it's just so darn cute. But don't let the Panda's small size fool you. It's actually quite spacious inside. You'll be surprised at how much room there is for both passengers and cargo. Plus, the newer models come with some fun and quirky styling that will definitely turn heads. Just be aware that the Panda might not be the most comfortable car for long motorway journeys, but for zipping around town, it's an absolute blast. Coming in at number 4 is a car that oozes class and sophistication, the Volkswagen Polo. The Polo is like the slightly more mature, older sibling of the Fiesta. It's got a more refined feel, a higher quality interior, and it just feels more substantial on the road. But don't mistake maturity for boring. The Polo is still a fun car to drive, with responsive handling, a comfortable ride, and a range of engine options to suit your needs. Plus, it's got that classic Volkswagen build quality, so you know it's going to last. Now, the Polo might be a bit pricier than some of the other cars on this list, but you're getting a lot for your money. It's a premium hatchback without the premium price tag, and it's sure to impress both you and your passengers. Sliding into number 3 is a car that excels in just about every area, the Renault Clio. The Clio is like that friend who's good at everything. It's stylish, it's practical, it's fun to drive, and it's surprisingly affordable. What more could you ask for? The Clio has been a best seller in Europe for years, and for good reason. It's got a comfortable and well-designed interior, a range of efficient engines, and it handles like a dream. Plus, the newer models come with some really cool tech features, like a touchscreen infotainment system, and even a Bose sound system in some trims. If you're looking for a car that ticks all the boxes, the Renault Clio is definitely worth a closer look. At number 2, we have a car that's small in size but big on personality, the Citroën C1. This little city car is all about fun, style, and affordability. It's got a quirky and distinctive design that's sure to turn heads, and it's available in a range of bright and cheerful colors. But the C1 isn't just about looks, it's also surprisingly practical. It's got a decent amount of space inside for a car of its size, and it's incredibly fuel efficient. Plus, it's so easy to park that you'll never have to worry about finding a space again. If you're looking for a car that's as unique as you are, the Citroën C1 is definitely worth considering. And finally, our number 1 pick for the best car for first-time drivers under £2,000 is the Nissan Micra. Now, I know what you're thinking, the Nissan Micra, really? But hear me out. The Micra might not be the most exciting car on this list, but it's incredibly reliable, affordable, and it's actually a lot more spacious than it looks. Plus, it's cheap to insure, cheap to run, and you can find them for ridiculously low prices on the used market. Look, not everyone can afford a brand new car, and that's okay. The Nissan Micra is proof that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a reliable and practical first car. So, there you have it. My top 10 picks for the best cars for first-time drivers under £2,000. I hope this video has been helpful and informative. Remember, buying your first car is a big decision, so take your time, do your research, and don't be afraid to ask questions. And most importantly, have fun with it. Driving should be enjoyable, so choose a car that you're going to love getting behind the wheel of. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which car is your favorite and why. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.